Hey y'all, and welcome to a new episode of Meal Prep and Motherhood. You're watching my cold brew start to make. This is a different little episode. It's a kind of more about self care, about me, and those do's and don'ts that I do for our family and what works best for our family. I hope you really enjoy this video, something simple, and you'll get to watch me drink my favorite protein coffee. I hope you share and subscribe, share with your friends, subscribe, comment, and let me know if you like this kind of video. If you don't, I can go back to my making meals. I can't wait to make an awesome budget high protein meal prep for next week. And also, just so you know, I have a new freebie, 4 ways to meet your protein goals. It will be in the description. Sign up for that and it'll sign you up for my emails. Also, if you're just needing some support or help, please let me know. I would love to help you. All right, so today to get started, I made my cold brew, which you just saw, and then I'm gonna add my pumpkin spice premier protein coffee to my coffee. I made a pumpkin spice protein coffee. The Ninja cold brew setting, you do not have to have ice, but I just do ice just to give me a little bit of extra water throughout the day. Now this still gives me, 30 grams of protein, 160 calories, plus probably 5 calories for the cold brew coffee. And that's something that I do. I do switch my son's toys. I find that really helps him play with toys in a different way. I find that makes him like really focus on enjoying the toys that he does have. And the weird thing that I don't do is I don't buy toys. I really don't. I've bought maybe one. And I bought that at the beginning of summer because I noticed that he was obsessed with this little toy that we had. So I bought him a bigger excavator. And I explained that in my other toy video, which I can put in the description below. And it goes into detail as to why I do what I do. I was a teacher for 7 years, and switching toys saved our sanity. And it helps kids grow. It helps kids move. It helps kids change. And then sometimes it's kind of nice to go back to skills that are simpler. So my son would go back to like a matching or sorting game for a little bit, and then we up it to actually sorting different colors. So I like to keep things different and moving. About every month I switch out toys, and that way I don't have to buy toys. I don't love clutter. I don't love having crap everywhere. And I have really worked, I've watched a lot of Minimal Mom, and I've worked on minimizing our house and minimizing the amount of stuff that we have. It's not easy by any means, but it is something we are working on. So the other thing I don't do is not write things down. I write things down, but I don't write down our meal plan. So that's the other thing I don't do. I don't per se meal plan. I don't plan like, we're eating this on this day, we're eating this on this day, we're eating this on this day, we're eating this on this day. Because that, to me, I can't handle that. It gives me that idea of like, oh, I have to eat this right now. And I don't mind that for lunches. I don't mind last week we did sweet potatoes, chicken, and broccoli. Super simple, super easy. Cook your sweet potatoes on 475, I think, or 425. I'll put the description below and like how I cooked it all. And it was simple, but our lunches were ready no matter what. So my husband was leaving for work, grabs lunch, throw it in. And I do like to meal prep. I mean, clearly Meal Prep and Motherhood is the name of my channel. I love to meal prep. I love to have meals prepped, but I don't love the stress of, okay, you have to eat this today. Kind of, in my head at least, I have to have options, but not a designated plan. And I have found that I love a planner, but I never follow through with using a planner. So I love it. I do have one. I try my best to use it. I don't always use it. It's okay. It's okay to say those things. And it's okay to have a list and an idea in your head of like what you're going to do every day and what you're going to do, but it doesn't always work. I do try to do 1 load of laundry a day. I probably don't do that. I definitely don't fold it every day. Just not something I like to do and enjoy. It is something I do if I need like a little bit of calm or relief. I don't mind that, or if I'm watching TV. I do love to multitask. I do have a little bit of ADHD. I don't use it to an extent. It is fueled by coffee. I don't take any medicine for it or anything. I do make lists. I do write things down, and that seems to help me. I also talk things out with my husband or my family, and that seems to help me too. So like I told him, I said, these are the things we have for dinner. What do you want? We talk through those recipes and that meal prep. So those are the things I do. Let's see what else. Oh, I do not clean my house every day. I don't. Now, if I need to clean the house, I'll clean the house. And I try to do little things throughout the day, but I do not clean, deep clean, vacuum. I just don't do it every day. Probably should right now because it's the dog shedding season, but it is what it is. I don't always like my food every day. I don't enjoy eating the same thing every day. So I don't, or I do. It just depends on what we have in the fridge. If, you know, Friday night we had sweet potatoes and chicken and broccoli left over, we needed to eat it, we ate it. Is what it is. Did I love it? No. Did I eat it? Yes. You make it work. I don't buy books anymore. I do have an Audible subscription for the year. I got a really good deal, so I did use that, but I do not actually buy books. I go to the library and use them, or just ask somebody if they have one. It's the best way to get a new book without having to pay for it. I don't buy snacks for my son. I do have goldfish in the house at all times, and veggie straws sometimes, but I really don't buy specific snacks for him. I'd rather him eat a banana or an apple or even a peanut butter sandwich. So a real meal is preferred, or yogurt. I don't set up activities for my son. I have activities and I have everything around our house, but I don't set up a specific activity for him to do. I have options, and you know, like yesterday I went to the car dealership and one of my friends had made like little set of activities. So we took those activities with us to the car dealership and we were able to use those, but surprise, we ended up outside walking around. So you got to do what's best for your kiddo. And if your kiddo needs those setup activities, that's great. I don't set up activities because I'm not going to waste my time to set something up and then him be like, cool, play with it for 5 minutes and I'm done. He pulls what he wants to play with out. Sometimes it gets a little aggressive. We have to stop and clean up, but we just make it work. That is how we kind of roll with that. It's also one of those things, like some kids are really good toy kids. My kid's not a good toy kid. He would rather play with anything in the utensil drawer and a Tupperware. It just makes him happy. I don't focus on learning activities. I was a teacher for 7 years. I focus on play-based activities. I don't make him learn specific things. I just talk about it all the time. And that's how he learns. So we want to learn. He learns through play in real life. And the last but not least, I don't weigh myself every day. As a nutrition coach, I do not weigh myself every day. Honestly, I don't even weigh myself more than once a week. And honestly, the thing that you need to know about weighing yourself is that it's data. It's not everything. How your clothes fit, how you feel, how you're sleeping, how your workouts are going, how you feel after you have a protein coffee, how you feel after, oh, you're craving water? What? Those things are more important to me as a nutrition coach than weighing myself every day or weighing yourself every day. So I really want you to focus on those little wins that work best for your family and for you. I think it's funny. I did this video because I was like, you know, there's some things that I really do every day and there's some things I really don't do every day. But I think it's good to realize like who you are as a person and what works best for you. And honestly, I'm always reading. I'm always doing more research. Right now, I am listening to The 4-Hour Workweek and The Empowered Wife on Audible. So I'm always taking in information, but I'm not always using that information. I'm taking it in, figuring out what works, taking the pieces that work for me, and then using those. So you have to do what works best for your family, and then remember that one meal is not going to change your whole life. And one day is not going to change your whole life. So if today you need to take a day and relax, do it. If tomorrow, you know, you're ready to get everything done, do it. Do what works best for your family. Friends, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's a little bit random, but I just kind of wanted to talk about me a little bit. And I want to know what you do. What do you do? What do you not do? Please comment down below. I would love to hear it. And if you'll like, subscribe, and hit your bell, that would be great. It helps the algorithm and it helps me get seen even more. Friends, I hope that you have an amazing weekend. And I am so grateful that you came to watch me today. Bye, guys.